What's going on, YouTube world? It is your boy P Way here, back with another episode of Inside P Town, your one-stop shop for everything Carolina Panthers, presented by Proving Grounds. Panther Nation, how are we feeling, man? Are we excited? Are we excited? The NFL draft over. We have the signing of all the undrafted free agents. We even have the signing of unretired free agents like Hunter Renfro. I mean, just constant additions to this roster. It's really getting competitive, which I love for our team. The position needs are getting very competitive. Today, I wanted to go over the offseason process. A lot of people are like, all right, so what's next? How does this whole offseason works? What is our off-season schedule? How does everything come together? So I want to go through a brief little presentation and kind of break it down for you guys. You know how I do. Give you guys some game on our off-season process. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let me pull up these slides. And here we go. So first, for our off-season schedule, we have the voluntary workouts, which began on April 21st. Then the rookie mini camp on May 10th through the 12th. The OTA off-season workouts, May 20th through the 21st, May 23rd, May 28th to 29th, May 31st, June 3rd through 4th, and June 6th. And then our mandatory mini camp, which is excuse me, which is June 11th through the 13th. Now, voluntary workouts. This is a voluntary time. A lot of the veterans and the team come together. This is, right before the draft. They start to get, back in shape. It's just simply strength and conditioning. There's not a lot of heavy meetings. There's not a lot of positional coaches there. This is strictly strength and conditioning and rehab. Just getting the body loose, getting everyone back together as they're getting ready for a long off season and a long season. And then phase two includes all the on field workouts. This is where we're at now. We are now officially in phase two. There's still no live contact, and there's still no offensive versus defensive drills, which are permitted at this time. Rookie minicamp begins May 10th through the 12th. So this is what is coming next. This is the time for all our rookies and undrafted free agents to show up to the building. Number one, first thing, let's get the iPad. Let's get them the iPad. Let's start, introducing them to NFL terminology, terms and things and verbiage of the playbook. We need to start getting them acclimated to the building, understanding, learning all the coaches, learning all the different areas of the building and where to go to. All those simple things is happening now. Equipment fitting. Let's make sure the helmets are on tight. Make sure the shoulder pads are on tight. And everything is good. Meetings on top of meetings on top of meetings. That's just second nature for any rookie or undrafted free agent. Meetings on top of meetings and positional drills. Let's get you out in the field and let's see what you got. Let's start, running those routes, learning those concepts, learning depth, and things like that. After rookie minicamp is the OTA, which is organized team activities. So OTA stand for organized team activities. And you can see the numerous dates of which these are held for the Carolina Panthers. This is the first time we get the rookies and the vets together. Now it's starting to let the rookies learn from the vets, all that terminology they just learned in rookie minicamp. And now the team is coming together and we're going to do a full playbook install. So now we're all out there together. We're doing some film study. There is still no live contact. So you'll have your 7-on-7 drills, your 9-on-7 drills, and your 11-on-11 drills, and start learning things like special team concepts, the offensive schemes, the defensive schemes. But we're all out there on the field together, and they're conducting those positional drills as well. So all the position groups, are now working together and just working on their game. And this is just great for the rookies and the vets and the whole team to start coming together. After that, we move along to the mandatory minicamp. So this is the first time it is now mandatory. All veterans, rookies, undrafted free agents, of course, they're going to have to be there. Everyone needs to be in the building. If you're not there, you are getting fined. Okay, so this is the first time. This was the big deal with Aaron Rodgers last year when he went on I believe he went to that Egypt trip and he didn't show up for the Jets mandatory mini camp. This isn't, there's no excuses. You need to be here for the mandatory mini camp so we can start, doing these 11 on 11 drills and really getting intense and raising up the intensity and getting ready for training camp. So right here during this time, no pads are still authorized, but helmets are authorized. So this is when you'll see, all the players out there in their jerseys and helmets and just getting acclimated. And like I said, everything comes together during this time for mandatory minicamp. And then lastly, we move on to, everyone's favorite training camp, which typically begins in late July. So now we're in full pads, full install of the playbook. It's no games. This is when all the competition is at its highest, and we're getting ready to see which players are making this roster. And where it gets very competitive, two-a-day practices. Obviously, like I said before, constant meeting physicals. There's a lot of physicals during this process, but another physical during this time to make sure that everyone was in shape, especially in that break from the mandatory minicamp, which was in June, and that big break they get until training camp. And I also wanted to mention that in that break, that's when you get those players who go and work out together, for a couple weeks. Then they, usually take that vacation and with their families and stuff before training camp begins. So that's really just a brief run through on how the NFL offseason works. Where we're in now, like I said, we're in phase two, of the process. We're getting ready for that rookie mini camp, which I know we're excited to see all our new additions and drafted free agents finally, in the Panthers uniform and in the building. So these are just good times, man. So just want to give you all this brief presentation so you guys can have something to go off of and do some continued research on your time. So, man, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the support. We are on the road to 1,000 followers. This channel is gaining much more attention in the Panther world. So I appreciate you guys. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And like I always say, man, in everything you do, make sure you do it with love. Till next time.